All right, I got interrupted from some kids doing tutoring, so I had to stop the video. I apologize. Here's the rest of it. We were working on number 4. We said that A and B were wrong, so I was working on C to see if that one was correct. It said Taylor picked 50 apples at an orchard. She kept 20 for herself and divided the rest equally among her 5 friends. What is A, the number of apples each friend received? We got 50. She kept 20. And she divided the rest amongst herself. I know it says the word divided here, and you would think that also means divide, and you would be right. But when setting up an equation, it's saying it's 5 for each friend. That last part here is one of the giveaways. And the fact that it's divided amongst them equally, and that each friend gets the same amount, we are still going to write that as 5 times my apples, because it's 5 friends times however many apples they get. She kept 20 for herself. If I add those together, you get 50. This isn't my favorite question in the world on the test. In my opinion, it's a much easier question, much more straightforward question. So I understand if this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, and that's okay, but just be looking for the keywords and think through what does each part of the equation mean. That's the point of number 4. All right, back. Number 5. What value makes x in the equation true? What this is saying is from right here all the way to right here, it's the exact same amount as this right here. See how they're the same? So that all of this equals this. So I could just look at this and write this as an equation. I have 3 x's plus 8.8, and that'll get me to 76, which is now a normal 2-step equation. If you didn't understand how I got there, we'll just look at the strip model and see that this is the exact same size as, if I make a line here, that's the same size as this. It's 8.8. And to figure out how much I have left here, I would subtract 76 and 8.8 to figure how much is left here. Which, if you look at our equation, that's the exact same thing we're going to do first. The exact same thing we're going to do in our steps. We're going to subtract 8.8. We're going to take 3x. And what a lot of people are messing up on is that when you have decimals and you're subtracting, you got to line up the decimal. But if there's nothing here, you got to fill it in with a 0. Because when you subtract, that 0 is going to be important. Because you have to borrow. You got to borrow again. 10 minus 8 is 2. 15 minus 8 is 7. And that gets you 6. So this whole rest of the part is 67.2. And it's being broken up into 3 groups, 3 x's. When you break something up into groups, it's called dividing. X equals 67.2 divided by 3. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 3 goes into 7 2 more times. And 3 goes into 12 4 times. Give me a remainder of 0. So x equals 22.4. That's what each of these x's, so this is 22.4, this is 22.4, and this is 22.4. Don't think that because this is close to the same size as this, that they're equal to each other. That's not accurate. You can't always trust the size of each box. You gotta just see for what it is, set up the equation, 3 x's, so 3x, plus 8.8 will get me a total of 76, because all of this together gets me this whole bar. Okay, 6 I did in class with you guys. You just have to make a model for this. I saw that some people try to solve it, and that was great, and a lot of them got them right, but which makes me happy. But this is asking for a model, because you're going to need to know what a model is supposed to represent in your test tomorrow. It says 17 minus 4x. So I'm going to draw 17 boxes. As annoying as that might be, you need to do that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $17 boxes. I'm subtracting 4x, which means I'm taking away 4x's. This also could be called a negative x, because minus and negative are the same thing. It's like subtracting x, subtracting x, subtracting x, subtracting x. And that equals a total of 5. And they're positive. If they're negative, you need a negative inside, or this would need to be a different color. You need to distinguish that's negative. But this is a positive 5, this is a positive 17, and these are negative x's. So if you were to see this on your test, you would count this up being 17. You'd see that that's negative 4x being minus 4x. And that would equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to be shown this tomorrow. And you guys see, does that make sense with the equation? That's going to be your task tomorrow on the test. All right, study this. If you need tutoring, try to come in tomorrow morning as early as you can. Bye.